everyone. Today my special guest is Ralph Staffins. Ralph is the president and the CEO of the Brunswick-Golden Isles Chamber of Commerce. Ralph, thanks for joining me today.
Ken, thank you for having me.
Absolutely. Ralph, you've been at the helm of the Chamber since 2019. But before that, you had quite an accomplished, successful career doing this in other places. So can you share a little bit about your journey, where you grew up, where you went to school, what you did before here, and how you got to the Golden Isles?
Yeah, absolutely. Well, you're too kind, too kind. So I was born in the Atlanta area, metro Atlanta, born in Decatur, DeKalb County, and grew up in Covington, Georgia, just east of Atlanta. Got married after college. I went to Georgia College in Milledgeville, where I got my master's degree and met my wife, and started working in economic development. That's all I've really ever known or ever done. So I started as executive director of Wilkinson County Economic Development. And that was in middle Georgia, a very small community, but we had a lot of great success there as far as attracting large industries. And from there went to Thompson, Georgia, which is just outside of Augusta on I-20. And shortly after I got there, I was there 2 years, I got the call that Covington, my hometown, was looking for a new chamber president. And so I was fortunate enough to be able to go home. They say you can never go home, and there I was, headed back home. And we had a lot of success there as well. The Lord has blessed us, and me and my family, which at this point now we have 4 children.
Yeah.
And so we got a house full, but me and my Rachel are very blessed to have seen so much of this state, so many different parts. But her family's had a house on Jekyll her whole life, her dad's whole life really, and so we vacationed here our whole married life, and so we knew that this was somewhere we'd love to raise our family, and ultimately it was the quality of life that drew us to the community.
You may have answered this next question. What is it that you think is the draw here? What do you think attracts people to come to the Golden Isles?
Well, to me, it's an unquestionable quality of life. And if you like outside, this is the place for you. And it doesn't matter what your outside activity is, as long as it doesn't include snow, you're good to go here in the Golden Isles.
Now, the Golden Isles Chamber of Commerce, I mean, that's kind of a huge undertaking. Tell me a little bit about the purpose and the work of the chamber. What do you guys do?
So the chamber here has long been one of the best in the state. We have some of the richest history of chamber of commerces in the state. Chambers have been around since the 1700s, and they were all formed for pretty much the same reason: is to improve the business climate, to improve the local economy, and there's a lot of things that come out of that improvement, right? Quality of life is the number one thing, but our chamber exists to help businesses and the economy here in the Golden Isles. But we have members all over, Ken. I mean, we have members that are in Washington, D.C.
Yeah.
So we have members from all over. We are a private business organization, which means we're not the government, and we're completely funded by private dollars. Businesses invest into the chamber through memberships, and we also have events, but they invest so that we can help create a thriving local economy and help make sure that the laws that are passed, the regulations, the ordinances are pro-business and make Glenn County a business-friendly community.
Yeah. Well, I know you're an active chamber. You mentioned events. You all do Business and Bites. Is that annually that you do?
So, COVID kind of changed how we do things, right? I mean, we are privately funded through memberships, but we also depend upon events. And so I tell my staff all the time, we're not doing things unless A, they drive our mission home, or B, they make us the money to be able to drive our mission home.
Right.
And so Business and Bites was one of those things that did both. It created a little revenue, but it also highlighted our member businesses to the community. And so when COVID happened, we weren't able to have events for a while. So when we came back, we actually combined 2 events. We combined our largest fundraiser, which was Chamber Experience, with Business and Bites, and we had it outside because that was safe and we could do it. And April 23rd is actually Chamber Experience is what we call it now. And so it's at Gascoigne Bluff Park, Saturday, April 23rd. And what it is it's you'll have booths, different businesses put on booths so you can see what kind of great businesses we have in the community, but there's also a lot of restaurants.
Yeah.
And so you can eat and drink and be merry and learn about some great businesses in our community that you more than likely didn't know about.
Yeah, and I know part of your vision too is to bring businesses together, and one of the most effective things that you do are the regular business after hours events. Got one coming up next Thursday?
Next Thursday at Marshall's Edge on the island. And we try to, our business after hours are geared towards networking. If you ask our members what one of their best benefits for being a chamber member is, they're going to all say networking, more than likely. And, you know, that's because people do business with people they trust, right? You and I are neighbors.
Right.
I want to do business with you because I trust you, but you got to know each other before you can trust each other.
Right.
And these events are designed to help people get to know one another and know the next small business where they might need help, right? And they want people to support their small business, and in turn, more than likely, they support other small businesses in the Golden Isles.
You answered my next question, and that was, what are some of the advantages of a business being part of the chamber? I mean, that's networking is one, helping each other out. Are there any others that you can think of?
Oh, there are so many benefits. Every chamber is different. There's an old saying, if you've seen one chamber, you've seen one chamber. Well, our chamber's DNA is advocacy. We advocate on behalf of our members. I like to tell people that we are the organization that stands in the gap between government and business. We are there to help shape and mold regulations and laws locally, at the state level, as well as in Washington, D.C., and that's where our members in D.C. come in. But it's important because government overreach surely can have adverse effects, not only on small business, but the business climate, the business environment in a local community as well. And so I say it's that benefit that people can't see or touch or feel,
right?
But it is there. And that benefit is good for every business in Glenn County and not just our members as well.
You know, Ralph, this interview is going to be posted on a website that encourages businesses to participate in it. It also encourages people to shop local. Why is it important for people to buy local?
Because 70 cents of every dollar stays in our community. To me, it's a no-brainer. I know inflation's going up and I know things are costing more, but I would much rather personally spend a little bit more to make sure that my dollars stay local. Yeah. I can tell you the big companies that aren't based in our community, they're not the ones sponsoring softball teams and baseball teams. It's the local mom and pops, the ones who are your neighbors, that are the ones that are doing so much good in our community. Yeah. And it's important that we keep our money with those kind of businesses.
If there's a business out there, a business owner watching this today who's not a member of the chamber, how can they become a member of the chamber?
That's really easy. You call the chamber office, or you go to Brunswick-Golden for short, BGICOC.com. There's a big giant red button at the top that says become a member, and you can easily click on that. But we do a program called Chamber 101, where we invite people who are interested in becoming a member, or people who have recently become a member, to come have a conversation with me and our membership director about what the benefits are and any questions they might have. Being a chamber membership is not for every business, but it is for most of them. And the truth is, the chamber is working hard for the business community as a whole, and there's benefits like advocacy that are happening no matter if people become members or not.
Well, Ralph, this has been extremely informative, and I know our people watching are going to say the same thing. Appreciate you taking the time to be with us today. We're going to put all that information that Ralph mentioned about how you can become a member on this post, so be sure to take note of the website that's going to be at the bottom of this video and in the information that you'll read. So Ralph, thanks again. We are neighbors. You have a beautiful family. You've got precious kids, and let's not forget Bella.
That's right. The escape artist, right?
There you go. There you go.
That's right.
Well, thanks again, and thank you for watching. And until the next time, I hope you have a wonderful day.
Thank you.